Hello, I would like first to introduce myself. I am Pranajaya that studied food technology and worked in confectionery, food and beverage industry. Now I work as freelance consultant. I will share my knowledge of continuous hard candy processing, especially continuous flow processing of full and an automatic hard candy production. I explain first molding system with or without center fill has the capacity between 1250 to 1500 kg per hour. Second, depositor system with or without center fill has different types and capacities between 500 to 2400 kg per hour. Continuous flow processing of full and an automatic hard candy production. First, molding system with or without center fill has the capacities between 1250 to 1500 kg per hour. We begin to overview of projects of molding system with or without center fill. Machines or equipment. First, weighing tank with a mixer. Second, pneumatic valve. Third, storage double jacket tank with a mixer. Fourth, loop pump. Fifth, high pressure dissolver with a suffocate valve. Sixth, loop pump. Seventh, coil cooker with evaporator chamber, vacuum chamber, first screw, second screw, static mixer. Seventh A, dosing pumps and screw. 8. Tempering stainless steel conveyor with sofers and loaders. 9. Continue pulling machine. 10. Extruder or pet slaughter with or without center fill. F. Loop sizer. 12. Molding with a conveyor belt. 13. Cooling tunnel. 14. Individual packing machine. 15. Multi-head weighing and backpacking machine. First, weighing tank with a mixer. All materials will be transferred into the weighing tank and weighted according to the formulation, such as sugar will be transferred with vibrator system from sugar transit storage tank. Glucose will be transferred with loop pump from glucose tank. Water will be transferred with centrifugal pump from water tank. Other materials. Basic formulation, raw materials, quantity, parameter. First, sugar 51.8%. Second, glucose DA 45 with bricks about 82, 33.7%. Third, water 14.5%. Fourth, other materials. Parameter, the dry substance of mixed raw materials is about 79.4%. To reduce the transport cost of glucose syrup, if we use glucose syrup with bricks about 82, replacing bricks 75, glucose DA 45 with high maltose and low glucose content decreases the viscosity and discolor by cooking. Make elastic candy mask by molding. Prevent sticky at the surface of hard candy during storing. Water must be free from negative influences such as magnesium ferro and calcium bonding. Hello, I would like first to introduce myself. I am Pranajaya, has studied food technology and worked in confectionery, food and beverage industry. Now I work as freelance consultant. I will share my knowledge of continuous hard candy processing, especially continuous flow processing of full and an automatic hard candy production. I explain first molding system with or without center fill has the capacity between 1,250 to 1,500 kg per hour. Second, depositor system with or without center fill has different types and capacities between 500 to 2,400 kg per hour. Continuous flow processing of full and an automatic hard candy production. First, molding system with or without center fill has the capacity between 1,250 to 1,500 kg per hour. We begin to overview of products of molding system with or without center fill. Machines or equipments. First, weighing tank with a mixer. Second, pneumatic valve. Third, storage double jacket tank with a mixer. Fourth, loop pump. Fifth, coil pressure dissolver with a suffocate valve. Sixth, loop pump. Seventh, coil cooker with evaporator chamber, vacuum chamber, first screw, second screw, static mixer, 7, 8, dosing pumps and screw. 8, tempering stainless steel conveyor with sofers and loaders. 9th, continue pulling machine. 10th, extruder or pet slaughter with or without center fill. Apt rib sizer. Third, molding with a conveyor belt. 13th, cooling tunnel. 14th, individual packing machine. 15th, multi-head weighing and backpacking machine. First, weighing tank with a mixer. All materials will be transferred into the weighing tank and weighted according to the formulation, such as sugar will be transferred with vibrato system from sugar transit storage tank. Glucose will be transferred with loop pump from glucose tank. Water will be transferred with centrifugal pump from water tank. Other materials. Basic formulation. Raw materials, quantity, parameter. First, sugar, 51.8%. Second, glucose DA, 45, with bricks about 80 to 33.7%. Third, water, quantity, 14.5%. Fourth, other materials. Parameter, the dry substance of mixed raw materials is about 79.4%. To reduce the transport costs of glucose syrup, it will be used glucose syrup with bricks about 82, replacing bricks 75. Glucose DA45 with high maltose and low glucose content decreases the viscosity and discolor by cooking. Make elastic candy mask by molding. Prevent sticky at the surface of hard candy during storing. Water must be free from negative influences such as magnesium, ferro, and calcium bonding. Materials will be shot some seconds after weighing and mixed with a mixer. Second, pneumatic valve. The slurry will be transferred by opening an automatic valve and gravitation into the storage tank. Downstairs the weighing tank. Third, storage double jacket tank with a mixer. Stirs, mix, and preheats the slurry in the double jacket storage tank with a mixer. The mental jacket tank temperature is about 80 degrees Celsius. Fourth, loop pump transfers the slurry into the coil pressure dissolver or the other alternative pre-coil cooker. Fifth, coil pressure dissolver with a suffocate valve. Soft sugar and heats the slurry by pressure forwards to the temperature of 110 degrees Celsius. through a suffocate valve. The coil pressure dissolver has a spiraling form in the tube. It makes spins flow and changes laminar flow to turbulent flow. To increase sugar dissolving and slowly heating. Water content in the formulation is already decreased. The basic formulation is already reducing water content, and the other things are to reduce energy and increase the capacity to 1,500 kg per hour. The output of series has a dry sustain of about 80%. Sixth, loop pump transfers the slurry into the coil cooker until the evaporator chamber. Seventh, coil cooker with evaporator chamber, vacuum chamber, first screw, second screw, and a static mixer. Cooks the slurry to a temperature between 140 to 145 degrees Celsius. How much water will be evaporated according to the basic formulation? To get 3% water content of hard candy, it will be 18.1% water evaporated. The slurry in the evaporator chamber was spread through the opening flow valve at the bottom cone of the evaporator chamber into the vacuum chamber. To reduce the slurry's temperature from between 140 to 145 degrees Celsius to between 108 to 118 degrees Celsius and water content. The first screw transfers the slurry to the second screw. 7A dosing pumps and screw. The dosing pumps use food additive liquids such as color, flavor, and the other food additive liquids. The dosing screws dose food additives powders such as acid and chocolate powder into the second screw. If we use acid crystal, it will be recommended to use acid crystal hydro, which has a lower melting temperature such as citric acid hydro, which has a melting temperature of 130 degrees Celsius compared to citric acid anhydrous has melting temperature 153 degrees Celsius. To prevent undissolved citric acid anhydrous in the candy mass during static mixing, and give a test of scent during this candy consumption in the mouth. The second screw transfers slurry and food additives into a static mixer. The static mixer mixes all food additives into the slurry. 8. Tempering stainless steel conveyor with shovels and rollers. tempers the candy mass at the temperature between 80 to 95 degrees Celsius and to turn with suffers beneath with rollers and transfer the candy mass into the continuous pouring machine, then into the extruder or batch roller. The kneading rollers have the function to remove bubbles in candy mass and must have the temperature higher than the temperature of candy mass to prevent candy mass stick. 9th, continue pulling machine. The continue pulling machine will be needed if you want to combine air into the candy mass by pulling and giving a shining effect by the reflection of the light and transfer the candy mass into the extruder or batch loader. The density of candy mass decreases after pulling from 1.55 gram per milliliter to about 1.2 gram per milliliter. Additional sodium hydrogen carbonate into candy mass make crunch candy mass. 10th, extruder or batch roller with or without center fill can make starlight candy from 2 different colors and flavors of candy mass with an extruded cutting system and directly transferred to a cooling tunnel or starlight candy with or without center fill or the batch roller, the candy mass in 4 or 6 rotated cone rollers with a surface profile in the batch roller will be formed a candy mass cone with the end of candy mass looping. The rotating cone rollers direction changes intermittently. If we want to add center fill in the batch roller, the filler will be pumped or transferred by a screw through a Teflon pipe from behind to close to the head of pulling rollers of the batch roller into the middle of candy cone mass with temperature between 80 to 95 degrees Celsius. The dry substance of filler minimal 75%. Temperature between 80 to 85 degrees Celsius. And the filler mass is about 25 to 30%. For liquid, fill has a temperature lower than 75 degrees Celsius. At loop sizer, push candy looping from batch roller into loop sizer with 2 horizontal and 2 vertical rollers, and then mix small diameter candy looping with 4 rollers pairs according to the candy size and weight. Have molding with a conveyor belt. Pulls and molds the candy mass at a temperature between 85 to 90 degrees Celsius and the filler by the temperature between 80 to 85 degrees Celsius. The bed conveyor transfers and divides the output equally of candies into the cooling tunnel. 13th cooling tunnel cools and makes the candy foam hard and stable. 14. Individual packing machine. Individual packing machine packs individual hard candy with wrapping or pillow pack design. The packing low has humidity maximal 50% and temperature maximal 20 degrees Celsius. For the high humidity, the country VB pillow pack design recommended. Hard candy have maximal 3% water content, and the water activity is about 30%. They absorb water from the high humidity air, becomes sticky by recrystallization of sugar at hard candy surface. The pillow pack packing design has take the air, then the wrapping packing design. The other things are the packing materials which influence the air type. 15th, multi-head weighing and packing machine. Weights and packs with or without wrapping or pillow pack of candies in the bag. The companies make complete line machines of continuous flow processing of full and an automatic hard candy with a molding system with a capacity between 1,250 to 1,500 kg per hour. First, Hammerholler Bosch, Germany. Second, Otto Krockner Hansen, Germany. Third, other companies. Continuous flow processing of full and an automatic hard candy production. Second, depositor system with or without center fill has different types and capacities between 500 to 2,400 kg per hour. Now we overview all flow tests of the deposition system with or without center fill. Machines or equipments. First, weighing tank with a mixer. Second, pneumatic valve. Third, storage tank with a mixer. Fourth, slurry pump. Fifth, first plate heat exchanger, holding tube. Second plate heat exchanger, and a flash vessel. Sixth, slurry pump. Seventh, microfilm cooker with vacuum, direct or indirect condenser, and collecting chamber. Seventh A, slurry pump. Seventh B, dosing pumps. 8, double jacket tanks with a mixer. Ninth, depositor with cooling tunnel. 10, individual packing machine. 8, multi-head weighing and bag packing machine. First, weighing tank with a mixer. All materials will be transferred into the weighing tank and weighted according to the formulation, such as sugar will be transferred with vibrator system from sugar transit storage tank. Glucose will be transferred with loop pump from glucose tank. Water will be transferred with centrifugal pump from water tank. Other materials. Basic formulation. Low material quantity parameter. First, sugar 43.5%. Second, glucose DA 45 with bricks about 82 43.5%. Third, water 30%. Fourth, other materials, milk and extra. Parameter, the dry substance of mixed raw materials is about 79.1%. Materials will be shot some seconds after weighing and mixed with a mixer. Second, pneumatic valve. The slurry will be transferred by opening an automatic valve and gravitation into the storage tank. Downstairs, the weighing tank. Third, storage tank with a mixer. Stir and mix the slurry in the storage tank with a mixer. Fourth, slurry pump. Transfers the slurry from the storage tank into a fresh vessel through the first plate heat exchanger, a holding tube, and a second plate heat exchanger. Fifth, first plate heat exchanger, holding tube, second plate heat exchanger, and a fresh vessel. The first plate heat exchanger preheat the slurry, and the second plate heat exchanger pre-cooks the slurry to the temperature of about 110 degrees Celsius. And the slurry floats into a fresh vessel, which will be added to the other materials, milk into the fresh vessel. The other alternative pre-cooker to use pre-coil cooker or pressure dissolver with an evaporator tank to add milk into the evaporator tank. Sixth, slurry pump transfers the slurry from a fresh vessel into the microfilm cooker. If it will use another alternative cooker, the slurry pump transfers the slurry from the evaporator tank to the other alternative similar cooker such as rotor cooker turbach or cylinder proto cooker with switch birth. Seventh, microfilm cooker with vacuum direct or indirect condenser and collecting chamber. Cooks and switch the slurry rapidly to a temperature of 155 degrees Celsius. The slurry will be vacuumed by vacuum with a direct or indirect condenser, and a water condensate will flow into the collecting chamber. The complete line microfilm cooker can reduce steam and water consumption by reusing steam and slurries vapor condensate. The microfilm cooker has different types and capacities between 500 to 2,400 kg per hour. The other alternative proto cooker to cook the slurry to 155 degrees Celsius in the gap between rotor and double jacket mantle. The slurry from the evaporator chamber through the needle valve to the vacuum chamber will be a vacuum to reduce slurry temperature and water content in the slurry. The capacity of the Lotto cooker turbine is about 400 kg per hour. The capacity of cylinder cooker box is about 450 kg per hour. 7A slurry pump transfers the slurry from the collecting chamber to the double jacket tanks with a mixer. 7B dosing pumps doses of the food additives into the double jacket tank with a mixer. 8 double jacket tanks with a mixer. Double jacket tanks with a mixer and mix it or the same food additive into the slurry. 9th, depositor with cooling tunnel. The one-shot depositing of slurry by temperature 145 degrees Celsius can produce hard candies in 1 to 4 colors with stripes and layers. 1 or 2 hard or soft centerfields and with possible color and flavor and be cooled by the cooling tunnel and be demodded hard candy outputs. The water content of hard candy is between 1.7 to 2.3%. 10th, individual packing machine packs individual hard candy with wrapping of pillow pack design. The packing room has humidity maximum 50% and temperature maximum 20 degrees Celsius. For the high humidity, the country will be pillow pack design recommended. Hard candies have water content between 1.7 to 2.3%, and their water activity is smaller than 30%. They absorb water from the high humidity air, become sticky by recrystallization sugar at hard candy surface. Pilopack has a tighter packing design than wrapping packing design. The other things are the packing materials. Their strength influence the I-type. F multi-head weighing and packing machine. Weight and pack with or without wrapping or pillow pack of candies in the bag. The company makes complete line machines of continuous flow processing of full and an automatic hard candy with depositor system with different types and capacity between 500 to 2,400 kg per hour. Microfilm cooker and depositor from Baker Pekin, UK. The companies make similar rotor cookers. First, cylinder cooker with switch from Hammer Horror, Bosch, Germany. Second, rotor cooker from Terbach, Holland. Third, other companies. Thank you for your watching. Dankeschön für Ihres Aussehen. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.